see on the World Cup. But this is a longer race than yesterday's affair, but still a solid race. All racers will start at the same time, and we will see. There's the start clock, so we have two athletes out and running already. That is Ella Wilson, bib number 1, and Caleb Zuckerman, bib number 4, heading out and around the back of the and start heading down the back. Yeah, will be bib number 5, Arthur Terrell. HS 100. The kids had some good conditions, nice, consistent, not a lot of breeze. Good flying today. It's showing off in how the jumping is going. Off and running up right now, bib number 5. There's Arthur Tyrone, Steamboat Springs own. He's fresh out of it. Tyrone with a better set of jumps than what we saw in yesterday's competition. Happier with his placement. Next out of the gate will likely be bib number. Oh, I take that back. Jack Crawl, bib number 6 at 1:14. Jack Crawl, excellent jumping today. Next up, we'll get to see our second female athlete, Kai McKinnon from New York State. Athletes coming out from Lake Placid. There they are, starting at the same time. Of Alaska, Skylar had a good race yesterday. He was able to move up in positioning. Take a look up the hill, and we can see going atop the bleachers there. The racer Caleb Zuckerman going across the top. It's a 1.75 kilometer course. You get the second hill, which takes them out there past the power lines before making a U-turn. There is Tyrone, Arthur Tyrone at the is crossing the hill as well. Off to a good start. They'll make the turn and head. Bib number Duncan Van Dorn started 2 minutes 20 seconds back. Augie Rook out the gate, and as we hit the 3-minute mark, we'll see a big flurry of action. And Ian Carmack on the men's side, and Haley Brave. All racers on course at this point. We are 3 minutes in. As I said, this will be a 6-lap affair. Athletes will men's side. The women are on 3 laps. Taking a look around the back corner here. Here is Caleb Zuckerman, our first athlete, making the turn as he makes a comfortable lead after the first lap. Pacing looks a little different than we saw yesterday with a 5K race. And a smooth and comfortable but powerful pace there. As we take a look. And steps the turn into the and Wilson are teammates. They practice together quite often. Got 1 lap in the bag. Lap 3, second lap. on Zuckerman. I'm sure we'll see some eye contact made as things go around. They're going to try to keep track of where everybody. I just caught the look of Haley Brayback as she went by, and I can see off in the distance the man that has got the speed out here today. And that is Ian Carmack out there into the ranks. So Wilson, Zuckerman, followed by Tyrone. So our three first athletes in and across on lap one. Wilson has 2 laps left. Tyrone and Zuckerman have 5 more to go. Bib number 7 in for the race is Skylar Amy from Alaska. Amy with a strong race yesterday with another good start going today. Bright orange pulls for Amy. Alaskans are born on cross-country skis. These kids know exactly how pace there. And coming in right now, here is Ty McKinnon, bib number 2. McKinnon, Seth, coming all the way across from New York. Excellent race yesterday. Race for today. She knows that to make up all that time, but she's still out there putting. Jack Crawl coming in now. Jack also. So our women are about one to 1.5 laps in. They are almost halfway done with their minute mark. Our men are just getting started. Now, bib number 13 is Ian Carmack. Carmack with a strong pace today. Carmack out of Park City, an excellent cross-country racer, relatively new to jumping. Rookie right there with him. And they have both made the pass on Augie Rookie, bib number. From today's race, he had places to go and people to see, but there's Douglas start line for lap 2. So we're starting to see some things moving. We're seeing some changes in the positioning. We're seeing some athletes finding their pace. Here comes Braybeck finishing up her first lap, looking strong, hands high, carrying some extra speed. Side score, she told me this was a time trial as far as she was concerned, but that is going to be one. All the athletes this morning, big shout out to Estella. Sets the women's record out there today. An amazing deep jump there. She told me on the way here this afternoon, she just wishes she could. On the foul, but still an excellent. Back down the back stretch, looking in for the second trip up the hill, and still carrying a lot of speed. Coming down the back stretch. But next person I expect to see, there he is our race leader. Doing the math on that, we expect to see maybe next in pursuit behind him is Arthur Tyrone. Arthur Tyrone just getting ready to turn into the home stretch and followed up by Ella Wilson. So Tyrone some ground to make up. He's hoping to there is bib number 7, Skylar Amy. So we're going to have to keep track of Amy and Tyrone. That looks like it could be a race building up as we head into the later stages of the men's competition. Right now, Tyrone's looking solid. He's got his arms up high. He's moving smooth, long strides in these flat sections. A lot of these athletes will tell us that they would prefer not season. That's the best we can offer. Much work as the hills do in many cases, and the difference being that you don't downhill afterwards. Wilson crosses the line, lap 2 in her book. So mark. There's Amy. So we have Tyrone and Amy seconds at this point. Amy definitely making up some time. Caleb Zuckerman crosses the on the course today as he makes his way. As these guys make their way around the course. Here's Jack Crawl coming down, bib number 6. Oh, no, that's Kyle McKinnon. As she comes down to finish up lap 2, she's trying to make up some ground on Wilson. A little bit because he did start on a bus and there's going to be an add-on to his time. Skylar Amy climbing the hill. Got a good race going today. Crossing right now, Rookie trying to hang on to Cormac. Cormac setting a blister. Strides coming down. There's Jack Roll, bib 6. Followed right behind by number 9. And from IMD in Park City. Here for our events, and it's good to see them continue. I'm in the far hill out there in the distance. I just kept the G. It's going. Here goes Rookie. Not far behind is brother Augie Rookie. It's going here as we finish up lap 2. Here's Haley Brayback. And bib number 8, that is Duncan Van Dorn. So Brayback and Van Dorn. Brayback setting her eyes on Van Dorn, looking to make the pass. Brayback making the turn, coming down the back stretch, has eyes on McKinnon, making some moves. In the women's class isn't going to allow these athletes, but the speed at which they can move says something about where they are and how they're moving. Brayback makes the pass as she heads to the last hill of her race. Here comes Arthur Tyrone, bib number 5, coming into the. There goes out the back. Looks like Caleb Zuckerman. So Zuckerman halfway done as he makes one more turn and heads out of the grounds. But coming in right now is Arthur Tyrone. The gap between Tyrone's going to have to work to keep up ahead. He's got his hands high. There's Tyrone looking over his shoulder. There's Amy. Local crowd cheering on Tyrone as he comes in. Amy, strong, long strides from Amy as he's making up ground with every step. 15 minutes out. These guys still have another 15 to go. Let's see what happens. Making the turn at the very back end. Here comes Ella Wilson. Wilson down the back stretch. Wilson, our #1 start here in the women's competition. This will be the finish line for her. And look at the speed that Wilson racing against nobody but the clock. But she's today. She's going fast. Bringing it in under time. We'll keep an eye on the clock to see where she finishes. But I'm saying easily under the 16-minute mark. Wilson, 15:37, waves to the crowd as she skates off to the side. A great race for Ella Wilson. And here comes McKinnon turning the corner on the backstretch, followed immediately behind by is Ian Carmack, bib 13. That kid has got more wheels than anybody I've ever seen on cross-country skiing here at Allison Hill. Head of Carmack, but Carmack's going to take the inside line as they make the turn here. Carmack, long. McKinnon. Great race for both of these athletes as they turn their way down. McKinnon gets to set the skis down as soon as she crosses the line. Carmack's got 3 more laps to go, but based on the effort we're seeing right here, I don't see any problem with her making it even farther. Carmack continues going. McKinnon bends over and slides out of the way. Wilson there to cheer her on. Excellent sportsmanship. At the back, here comes rookie, bib number 11. Little brother Augie rookie. Brothers 9 and 11. Right front here, looking to maintain their position. Making the turn, coming into the stadium right now, I can see Haley Brabeck, 2 athletes out in front of her, 2 of the other guys that are racing in this race. Can't see the bibs from here. This is Jack Kroll. The other one is most likely Duncan. I can't get a verification on the bib numbers. Nope. I take that back. That is Caleb Zuckerman, number 4, making the pass, getting a lap on top of Jack Kroll there. There's Kroll, bib 6. So this is end of lap 4 and end of lap 3. Zuckerman setting the pace. Here comes Brabeck finishing her race strong, looking to see if she can be in under the 16-minute mark. It's going to be a solid affair for Brabeck as she's started at the 3-minute. 15:23, nothing to be sad about in today's snow conditions. There is bib number 8, Duncan Van Dorn. Everybody except for Zuckerman. Zuckerman is on lap 5 already. Every other athlete is currently on lap 4. So the race has been building. We're going to take a look to see where it's at. Here it is as they enter the stadium. Bib number 7, Skylar Amy, has taken over Art Tyrone, and he seems to be kind of letting his heels for the time being. Tyrone is interesting. This is so far of the race. This is number 2 and number 3, and they look good. Although they got to keep their eyes side here virtually as they come into the stadium. Here is Amy, who's made up some time, and Tyrone. So they've chosen to go side by side. Looking back, Tyrone started at 44. Amy started Amy has made some effort to catch up to him, but is willing right now to. This is going to be the cat and mouse race to watch as these guys wrap up lap 4 and head into the last 2 laps of the affair. How much energy do they have left? What's it going to look like as it plays out? We'll keep our eyes on it as they go around the course. But for right now, it looks like Amy's happy to sit right on his heels, making the breeze. They both have eyes down course to see where Carmack is. He's going to be the one. There they are. They're passing each other at the turn. Carmack's coming in. They're headed out. And Carmack, he is still racing a solid race as though he's just stepped out of bed this morning. He is killing it as he goes around. On the course, we got some racing going on. We see Caleb Zuckerman will be. So he's got one more. Lost track of the count. Here comes Ian Carmack finishing up his 4th lap. Fifth lap for Carmack. Excellent race going. Is behind. And one more look down the back stretch. Coming into the race right now, into the stadium. Bib number 4, Caleb Zuckerman, leading the race wire to wire. Takes a quick look at Ian Carmack as Ian Carmack heads out. Zuckerman heading in. He's got about, as he heads down the back of the chariot course. He is well ahead of the competition today. Is number 9 coming in. That is rookie, the younger of the 2 rookies, Augie. Caleb Zuckerman, bib number 4. In the fit to the finish line one more time. He's got one more to go. We're on last lap here. The best lap for Zuckerman as he turns one more time and starts his way down the chariot course. So we it is still Tyrone with Amy right on his heels. So Tyrone follows. So the wax is good for both. As they come in for one more lap. They've got about 2K left. That crawl coming in for the end of lap 5. And now looking as they made the turn here, Amy has made the pass on the turn. He's got a quicker heels. So Amy, Tyrone, a little bit of some positioning going on as they switch back and forth with who's in the lead, who's in the follow. But right now, on top of the hill, it looks like Amy has taken over the. See how they look as they come down. Bib number 8. Van Dorn coming in and finishing up lap number 4-minute mark. And there it is. There's the race we've been watching the whole time here. Amy just he's going. They know they've got enough time on our 4th place finish. Their cheers come out as we are set up for the next Tyrone just they're catching their breath on the flats here. Make a move on the hill. Who's going to take? Last sprint here to be strong and finish fast. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So the straightaway on home stretch right now is Ian Carmack. So Carmack is about a half of the course. Guys, I don't think there's enough time for him to catch him. Cat and mousing a little bit. They're moving a positioning race to see how it's going to play out here in the finish. We'll keep our eyes on the hill climb to see what. The older rookie, root rookie, making the turn as he heads into the stadium. Next stretch, let's see what happens here. I got my eyes set on Skylar Arthur Tyrone just off his hip. Climbing the hill just ahead of him. Our winner on the men's class, 27 minutes and 5, is Caleb Zuckerman, wire to wire. Jumping weekend for him, followed up by 2 really strong races. Right on the top of the hill with extra speed here. As they come down the hill, here's what we're looking at. We have Amy following. What happens is they come around the corner and make their way back into the stadium. But this will be on these athletes as they make their way towards the finish. Making the turn out there by the yurt. And Amy looks like maybe he's stretching it. Skis glide a little bit. Number 7, Amy coming in first. And actually, that's Jack crawling in the middle there. So Tyrone is falling back. Tyrone is 7, but I believe, if I have my count right, that Jack Kroll has one more lap to go here on this event. So looking down the back, here comes Skylar Amy, teammates starting to cheer. Amy making the turn, has made the turn. Tyrone's making the turn. He's finding a pass here at the end. Amy looks over his shoulder to see how much space he's got. Tyrone, long strides, hoping for a strong finish. Looking good out here. Tyrone getting cheers from the teammate, Ella Wilson out there. Tyrone, hands high, finishing strong. That is what it's going to look like on the podium today. Caleb Zuckerman with the finish, followed by Skylar Amy and Arthur Tyrone. A little fist pump from those two athletes. Jack Kroll heading out on last lap here. Here goes Duncan Van Dorn looking at his final lap. Wrapping things up. We're 30 minutes in. Effort from these athletes as they work hard to continue around the course. And looking out the back, here from the announcer's booth, hoping to catch sight. Heading up the hill one more time. Entering the back stretch is Ian Carmack of Park City Ski and Snowboard. To miss Ian on his finish. He's already across the line. He's standing over there catching his breath. He's wondering why I think he's still on the course. This is Augie Rookie making the turn. He's got a little gas left in the tank. Here comes Augie Rookie making the turn. He's got his hands up high. He's pushing hard. He's racing against the clock, against these us. So Rookie comes into the finish line, 31:39 or thereabouts. And it from that to brother Augie. He had about 50 seconds of a head start on him. So if he can finish this strong, pushing hard. He knows where he's going. He's got his eyes on the finish line. And a great race for the young rookie there as he crosses in just at the 32-minute mark. We have a couple athletes still on the course, but everybody else is in the club. Excellent race today, despite the snowy conditions. These athletes, but they have what it takes to continue. Spotters out on the course looking for our athletes coming back in. Today is the first of many U.S. Cup events, and these athletes have shown us exactly what it takes to be the top in the country. Many of these athletes were here, actually all of these athletes were here yesterday, battling for more than just bragging rights. They were looking to secure positions on the U.S. as well as for the Junior World Champion in Planica, Slovenia. This weekend in Park City. Park? Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, it's been a good race for all these athletes. On the back, looks like I've got. Right now, it is Van Dorn followed by Kroll, but it is a tight race. Van Dorn and Kroll turn the corner. These guys are suddenly in a sprint to the finish line. Here, as far as who's going to be across that line first. Catch their breath as they step the turn, and here it comes, a sprint to the finish. This is going to be close. Timers are watching closely. This is as close as it gets after racing, over 30 minutes of racing, and these two are step for step to the finish line. And Carl shakes his head. He says, I just can't get there. What an excellent race for all these kids out here today. Thank you all for coming out. We'll be cleaning things up after this in Olympia Hall.